Good afternoon, friends. Wish you all a very happy Christmas. And on the eve of this new year, again disturbing you with some HRMS related modules. Uh, anyway, we have to do. First of all, I would like to thank all the officer and module team for their excellent effort and they managed to implement the office order module very successfully, and they also increased the number of office orders. So my heartfelt congratulations to them. And today I'm going to discuss you about some modules on settlement modules on HRMS. As you know, friends, this settlement modules, I also undergo through this training, and it seems to be really some it seems to be really difficult, but don't go beyond that. Uh, just I am telling you the few tips from the DC level to the inspector level and to the settlement level in a very simplified way and very simplified manner. And I would like to thanks Rumiji that she has providing his ID so that I can able to show you how to proceed the settlement cases from SRDC. As you know, SRDC, Service Record Dealing Clerk. Okay, this is SRDC. Okay, have a look on this. So I'm opening this. Okay, I'm opening this, and all these things are there, but you should not, you may go through this, but all these things are seems to be, it's written that on an average approximately 30,000 employees superannuate from different units of Indian Railways every year. My god, 30,000 employees. The process followed to finalize settlement claim of an employee is cumbersome. This web-based system under HRMS enables the authorities to finalize the settlement of superannuating employee with ease and convenience. Okay. How does settlement system works? This is the most important things that we have to understand. How the settlement system works. Just see on this L. It is written on L. HRMS displays notification to initiate settlement process for the employee due to superannuate in next 6 months. So what is it? The employee who are going to retire in the next 6 months, the list of the same will show. Okay. Then prepare service record summary and then fill pension booklet. These are the two segments. Service record summary is partly populated automatically from HRMS database and filled by the SRDC. So what is it? The service record summary will automatically populate it in a form which will be reflected in the ID of SRDC. Okay. And another things, fill in pension booklet. This is one of the vital things, filling of pension booklet. Relevant information is received from HRMS database and pension booklet is edited by the employee. So employee partly may fill up the pension booklet form, and in the latter stage the welfare inspector will fill all those forms and they will complete The SRDC will complete the form and the welfare section will complete the form, and both will go to the settlement section. HRMS computes pension, leave salary, gratuity amount, and enable authorities to finalize settlement. That means in settlement section, the employee's pension, leave salary, gratuity, and all these things will be finalized. And pushing all this settlement information to IPAS for billing. What IPAS will do? IPAS will process the bill and generate the PPO. And this PPO will send back to the HRMS for sharing with the employees. That means this ePPO superannuating employee may get from the HRMS portal. They need not come to the office for this ePPO. Sitting on a home or from his mobile phone with the help of the browser, he or she may download the same. Okay, so these are the things. First, the employee, those who are going to retire in last 6 months, the list of the employees will show, and then SRDC will fill up a form, and SRDC will assign a role of the welfare inspector. Both will go to the settlement section for computation of pension, leave salary, and gratuity. Then it will be pushed to the IPAS for final billing and ePPO, and again it will be reflected on the HRMS for the purpose of downloading PPO by the concerned retiring employees ID. Okay, so just to summarize the process gets started with the activity to summarize the service record of employee. The system automatically summarizes service record using available information in HRMS database and allows the authority to verify, correct, and approve it. Parallelly, the superannuating employee fills the booklet with the assistance from staff and welfare inspector. At this level, the system also retrieves necessary information from HRMS database and presents it to the employees for further editing and submission. Once the summarized service record and pension booklet is ready, the system computes all computation benefits like leave salary, pension amount, death, and retirement gratuity for the employee to enable authorities to finalize the settlement. At the end, the finalized settlement amount is pushed to IPAS system for necessary billing, preparation of payment to the employee on the date of retirement mentioned. Just take a note, the date of retirement. Okay. So there is so much systems has been developed and so much things they have written. I am not going all through this. Okay, I am simply opening an ID of an SRDC, and I'm trying to explain you how you will manage this. Okay, so let's open an ID. I'm not taking much time, just few moments. Okay, first I'm just starting it from the settlement. As you know, this is the settlement module. Okay, and the settlement status report, just you try to understand this. Okay, so this is the settlement status report, and it is showing there are 229 entries. That means 229 employees is going to retire in next 6 months. So we have to fill all the formalities and all the forms of these employees. Okay, so how we will initiate this? Just have a look how we will initiate this. First, Look this. Filled by SRDC. SRDC means Service Record Dealing Clerk. He will initiate the form, and after that it will be verified by the verification authority, and it will be accepted by the accepting authority. Okay. Then status of pension booklet. The status of pension booklet will also be populated to the welfare section, and it will be verified, it will be filled by the employee, it will be verified by the verification authority and accepted by the departmental authority. Just have a look on that. Accepted by the departmental authority. That means the staff who is going to retire, suppose a staff is going to retire from commercial department. So commercial department will, officer of the commercial department will be his accepting authority. Okay. So in this way, first, again I am telling you, the service record dealing clerk will fill the form, it will be verified and accepted, and in the latter stage it will be verified and accepted by the departmental officer from which department the employee is going to retire. And the third portion is the status of settlement section. So settlement section DC and verification authority and accepted authority is there for the purpose of calculation of settlement dues. The settlement section will perform the role for the purpose of calculation of his settlement dues, and welfare section will perform the role to fill up the booklet of the employees, and the SRDC, the dealing clerk, the bill clerk will perform the role to those employees who are going to retire in the next 6 months. A simple form is there. Okay. So I am opening this form. That is, it is written service details for retiring employees. Just on the settlement tab, the service details for retiring employees. I am opening this tab. Okay. Okay. I am having a list of an employee that says Alina Soren, and Alina Soren, I think is from commercial department, and she is going to retire on 31st March 2021, and she is a chief ticket inspector of commercial department. Okay, so first thing what we have to do, number of LAP balance. So we have to fill this field. Suppose she is having a 300 days LAP, 250 days LHAP. Okay. Just see, date of joining and date of retirement is fetching from the Hrms tab, Hrms database. Okay. Type of employee, regular employee with compulsory initial training. I am putting this, or regular employee without training, whatever it may be, you have to give. Okay. Then DA cases. This is a mandatory field. As you can see, the red asterisk sign is there. So this is the mandatory field. DA clearance, you have to take the DA clearance. Yes. Is he a doctor? If he is a doctor, you have to put yes. If he is not a doctor, then put it no. Okay. Then vigilance clearance, you have obtained the vigilance, you have taken the vigilance clearance. Okay, I am giving it yes. If he is a running staff, no, he is not a running staff. But if he is a running staff, mind it, those who are concerned from the running bill, he or she has to give N. He or she from the running bill, he has to put yes. And non-running staff, it will be no. So he is a commercial, he is from the commercial department. She is from the commercial department, so she is not a running staff, so I am putting it no. But if he is a running staff, then you have to put yes. Okay, so he is not a running staff. If DCRG already paid in the previous service, if it is paid, then yes, otherwise you make it no. Pay level, you may change this, okay, accordingly, but it has to be corrected. Last basic pay that is showing over here, you may change accordingly, or you may not change this. And this is the most important, the last emoluments for the pension calculation. So last 10 months emoluments drawn for pension calculation. So emolument 1, emolument 2, okay, in such a way you have to give the 10 months average emoluments. Okay, now group entry details form, that is group insurance form. Okay, if he is in a group D service in a prior date, so you may put this date, or if she is in group C service, from which date he belongs to the group C service, you just put down the date. And if he is if the group B officer is there, you may provide the date from which group C staff is subsequently promoted to the group B post. So that in that case, particular case, you have to give the date. Okay, suppose you have to give the date, whatever it may be. Okay, so you are giving this date, and if he or she is promoted to the group A services, then you may also put that date. So in such a way his GIS will be calculated. And military service details, if he is an ex-army man, then you may put the military service details, from which date to which date he was in army or any other services. It is for the military services, so of course he will be or she will be in a military service. Only for the ex-army man, this field has to be filled up. Whether opted for counting the military service towards the railway pension, if he has opted for counting of military service towards the railway pension, then you have to put yes, otherwise you have to put no. Okay, so period of military service, that will be in days, you have to put in days. Okay, other service details, if he has performed some autonomous body or state government services or any other civil or central government services, then you have to put then you have to fill these forms. Otherwise you do not need to require to fill this form. Okay, then the most important part, we have reached the non-qualifying service details. So as per rule, as you know, the qualifying service, okay, details of omission, imperfection or deficiencies in service book which have been ignored under Rule 79(1)(b)(2), period not counting as qualifying service. So which service are not being counted for the qualifying service? That is the boy service, second proviso, Rule 20. Extraordinary leave not counting as qualifying service under Rule 36. Period of suspension not treated as qualifying service under Rule 37. Interruption of service, Rule 42(1)(b) and Rule 43(c). Period of foreign service with United Nations bodies for which United Nations pension has been availed, and any other period not treated as qualifying service, give details. Okay, so these are the things, and which is also being shown which is also been there. I can show you. Okay, so point A, as you know, boy service, second provision, Rule 20. So if is, and the boy service period should be before 28/3/1979. So before that, if any sportsman came under this rule, that is the boy service. Okay, and extraordinary leave not counting as qualifying service under Rule 36. Extraordinary leave rule. Pension of suspension not treated as qualifying service under Rule 37. The period of suspension. Okay, the period of suspension not treated as qualifying service. Interruption in service. Interruption in service generally happen due to some penalty, and if some interruption is there, then you have to mention the period of between the interruption for the purpose of calculation of settlement dues, and the periods of foreign service with United Nations bodies I have shown you, and any other period treated as non-qualifying service, give details. If any other period is there which may be taken into account for the consideration of non-qualifying service, that you have to mention from date and to date. Okay, so this is the simple form. You have to submit. First, you must save as draft and be sure, and then again you may submit. Okay, so after submission, it will be verified and it will be accepted, and accordingly it will be populated to the settlement section, to the settlement dealing clerk, and settlement dealing clerk will calculate all these things for the purpose of calculation of pension, gratuity, leave encashment, GIS, leave salary, and all these things. Okay, so another things which the SRDC, that means the bill clerk, will have to perform, that is the welfare inspector relation. Okay, so first the name of the retiring employees will be shown over here. So the retirement employee is Alina Soren. Okay, so her name is showing. Then welfare inspector will be the welfare inspector of the commercial department. Actually I don't know, but yeah, if it is Manik Bowdy, then I'm taking the name of the Mr. Manik Bowdy. He's a inspector of our cell, and then immediate supervisor. Okay, I don't know who is the immediate supervisor of Alina Soren, but I'm giving you the immediate supervisor, that is Gautam Karmakar is the immediate supervisor, and the controlling departmental officer, ACM sir, Mr. Joydev Roy is there. So in such a way, I am just assigning the role of welfare inspector and the immediate supervisor and the controlling officer. So this is very important. That controlling officer will accept the data which is being sent from the SRDC through the welfare inspector, and the concerned departmental officer will accept the same, and in such a way the booklet will be filled up through the welfare section, and it will be calculated by the settlement section, and These calculations will be ported to iPass for the this calculation will be ported to iPass for the purpose of settlement bill passing and generation of EPPO. And as and when the EPPO will be generated, it will be again back to the HRMS, and the employee may see his or her PPO on the HRMS portal, and if he desires, he may download the same. So friends, this is this is not at all critical. uh, we hope we must able to manage this work. We must There is 2 to 9 employees that is showing in the last 6 months. As you know, we have to complete all this task. We have to complete all this task from the level 1 to level 3, and this has to be completed. Okay, anyway, uh, uh, have a good day and enjoy the weekend. Thank you. That's all. Bye.